Hello everybody, this is Tug. Welcome back to another update video regarding my map projects. This one is going to contain quite a lot of information, so sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's jump right into this. The last one that I did was on the topic of the Burrow, my latest map release, and that came out back in April. It's been out for a little while. That has been my last full release since the beginning of Operation Scour the Decks, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that the Burrow is done and I'm not working on that anymore. It is completely off my shoulders. That's just because development was kind of a nightmare, and it was inconsistently being developed on and off for about 5 months, and that length of time was added to by several problems. I had a Unity problem that completely shut me out of that project file for a little while until I discovered what was going wrong. I'm not going to get too specific just because I don't want to embarrass myself, but it was totally user error. It's all on me. And it wasn't even supposed to be a whole lot. The Burrow isn't supposed to be that grand of a map. I was just going to push it out because I know that I had gotten waist deep into this map and it just had to get out. I could not sit on it for any while longer. Speaking of maps that I'm sitting on, that is why Operation Scour the Decks exists. That's why I started it. I had several map projects that I wanted to get out of my files and I wanted to get them to y'all no matter how bad or embarrassing these projects were. I was going to refurbish them a little bit, finish them if they're missing some details, and then ship them out under one umbrella. So that's what Operation Scour the Decks has been. It's been going on throughout the summer. We're 4 maps in now. We got 2 more to go. You'll be getting an announcement video for the July releases pretty soon. I'm really happy with what's been put out so far. They're not exactly maps that I would have deemed qualified to be full releases, but it's been really good to get these maps out. I actually had to choose which maps I wanted to get rid of. There are a couple more that are still sitting in my files that are never going to see the light of day, and I swear by that. I've learned a lot from releasing these maps. I like the idea of following through. A lot of these projects were just things that I had not followed through on, and they were never completed up to a point where I saw them fit for a release. So I'm glad to get them out. It feels nice. What I really dislike, and I'm going to touch on this later, is the maps actually being fun. Now, I know that sounds counterintuitive because obviously you want the gameplay to be fun and everything like that. Some of them are really fun to me, and it makes me want to go back in and recreate these maps. And that's something I'll talk about later in the video. As for now, we can move into what you can expect after Operation Scour the Decks closes at the end of this summer and all the maps are out and the series is done. So later this year after summer, we're going to be moving back into full releases. You won't be seeing the first big full release for a little while after this summer. I'm not going to put a date on it yet. I'll just say sometime this fall is pretty much what I'm shooting for. As for what you can expect specifically, I will say that the roadmap you see on my Steam collection isn't the real roadmap. That's just the information that I'm willing to release to you guys. There's actually a secret hidden roadmap on my PC that has all of my ideas. It's much further down. It's an extended version of the roadmap, and it has everything in there that I plan to, not even plan to, but just want to put out. So don't be worried if you go onto my Steam collection and you see that the roadmap is empty. That doesn't necessarily mean I have zero ideas. I actually have a lot. You just may never see them. What I can tell you right now is that I have 2 remasters in mind for 2 old maps of mine. Very old, by the way, which will give you a little bit of a hint right there. And like I said earlier, me wanting to recreate an Operation Scour the Decks map. I'm not going to tell you which one it is yet, but if you do some digging, you'll probably be able to figure that out pretty easy. But I plan on recreating one of those maps and giving it some more love and fleshing it out into what could be a full release. On the YouTube side of things, I'm going to be pushing out some more content. I'm not giving up. I know that my content upload schedule is a little slow. That's just because I really don't have a whole lot to say, but I'm going to be working on that later this year too. So for example, the first thing that I'm working on is a 6-part video series that's basically a guide to map making in Ravenfield. And then there may be some like one-offs or some extras that touch on some details that aren't in the essential part of map making, but for the most part I plan for it to be at its core a 6-part video series. And then I'm also going to continue with the map showcase series here on the channel. I really enjoyed doing that and showing off other people's maps. I think there's a lot to be shown off on the Ravenfield Workshop. There's a lot of talent there. So, and as for the rest of things, I'm just going to be experimenting with video styles and content. I may throw out some random crap here and there, and you know, you just never know what to expect. I don't know what to expect either. I'm just winging everything. Yeah, that's pretty much it, and that's all I have for you for this update video. Been nice talking with y'all. This one actually wasn't scripted. I don't know if you know this or not, but I actually script all of my update videos word for word. It takes up so much time because while it's easier to go ahead and record the video, I have the whole script there. I don't have to do any prep work before speaking other than drink a hot drink so my vocal cords aren't gravelly. It takes up so much more time to actually write a script rather than just write a rough outline, which is what I did for this video, and then talk and improvise. And you know, I really think that I'm suffocating myself and my personality out of these videos if I'm not giving myself room to talk naturally, which I want to do more of. So I may just stop scripting my videos entirely. We'll see how this one goes, but I wasn't going to open up the video with that, so that way you didn't have expectations going in. So that's everything that I have to share with you guys for now. I hope you have a fascinating rest of your day, and I will see you all again very soon. Goodbye.